took a couple hours, but we got this stand up here. I felt like just about every one of those deer could have been shot from this location. So kind of got high hopes for this spot this year. That's the buck I was looking for. I think he's on the other side.
What happened, buddy?
I think I just shot a deer.
What deer? Not just a deer, what deer?
Pony.
Got a big cold front coming in 2 days across the Midwest. We're all super excited to get in the tree with bow in hand.
With the promised cold front still 1 day out, stagnant heat continues to blanket the Midwest as bow season gets underway. Disregarding the conditions entirely, Brandon's pursuit of the Big 8 continues, as the buck appears unfazed by the lingering heat wave.
All right, well, we are just getting started on another cornfield here today. It's October the 5th. Thought I'd give a little update on Big 8. Last night on the 4th, for whatever reason, he was in there at 5:15. It was hot like it is today. I don't understand it, but he was in there at 5:15. That's an hour and 15 minutes earlier than he's been in the plot, the earliest he's been in there. So I think he's bedding in there pretty tight. Not gonna get to hunt today. Tomorrow I think I'm going to opt out, even if the wind would change. I think it being hot, I don't know yet. I don't think I'm gonna hunt tomorrow. I think I'm gonna wait for this front to come in on Tuesday. And it's supposed to be a major temperature drop. Wind's supposed to switch out of the north. So hopefully if we get our work done and we get things situated, I'll be in a stand on Tuesday. And thank goodness we got that. What in the world? Someone's throwing corn at me. Thank goodness we got that fall plot in, and hopefully see you on Tuesday. What was that?
That same afternoon, 350 miles to the northwest, Zach Rosmus is faced with a similar decision, prioritizing working on a failed plot over making an actual hunt.
Well, gang, it's October 5th. I got some personal stuff going on, so I'm not gonna be able to make it out to hunt. So I made a quick trip down here to the Last Chance. I'm just pulling up right now. I got some cover crop. I got some wheat from a buddy. He was gracious to let me snag some out of his wagon, so I grabbed some of that real quick because none of the stores are open on a Sunday. I do have a lighter with me in the pocket, and I brought my leaf blower. You know, I didn't really anticipate that. I thought I'd get better germ out of that, but it's just the weather conditions that we had here in southern Iowa when we went from heavy rain to shut off. Good weather on the forecast for this week. I think the next time I'll be able to get out is Wednesday. Let's get out there, let's spread some seed, maybe light something on fire. There we go. Might be the last burn of 2025 right there. There's obviously some give and take associated with burning this late, you know, because anytime you have that thatch on top, you know, the big benefit of having thatch is it's going to contain the moisture, right? It's going to keep it down. But also what that's going to do is that thatch is not going to allow seed to soil contact for these cereal grains. So really, I mean, this is just a last minute ditch effort to try to get just a little bit more food. If we can get any rain at all, this should fire these cereal grains right off.
Also out that afternoon is Team Redeker. Between work and a recent honeymoon, it's been nearly a month since the duo last hit the woods. Now, it's Operation Makeup for lost time.
Dad and I came in here today to a spot we've been getting pictures of some pretty good bucks, and had a lot of good bucks in here last year as well. And it's a spot that I sat last year and filmed some bucks in early November, so came in. We're gonna get a cell camera in here. I got some Trax cameras with me, and make some vine scrapes. The beans are all still green over here to the east, so we're just kind of in this transition area where these deer are headed out to those beans. So. This is a spot that Dad and I have talked for years about killing a buck out of this silo. We've hunted a couple times, it's real close. The only thing I don't like about it is you can only see out your one window. So if the deer come from behind you, they kind of come around the silo right here and they're right on top of you before you ever know it. And hopefully we can start getting some good pictures right here.
With the vine scrape and Trax camera deployed in the creative setup, Nolan and Justin, like the rest of us, turn their attention to the cold front now on the doorstep. Holding just one statewide tag apiece for the entire Kansas season, every hunt carries a little more weight, forcing them to think carefully about which buck they're willing to use it on. Ask Nolan, and chances are he'll tell you his biggest goal this season is to fill his first ever tag on the buck 40. With the Grinch already flirting with daylight movement on one of the green plots, the opportunity could come sooner rather than later. But with only one tag to work with, Nolan will have to decide whether to go all in or hold out for one of the other quality deer that will inevitably begin showing up across their permission properties. As for Justin, the decision to stay patient is a little more straightforward. Looking back at last season, the buck he's still trying to relocate, the Lost Tine buck, didn't show up on a property he could hunt until November. But a shed found well away from that fall range has given Justin another piece of the puzzle, and potentially a chance to find the buck much earlier this season. For now, his nights are spent cruising gravel roads near where the shed was found, searching for any proof that the Lost Tine buck is still alive and trying to connect the dots on where he might be spending these early weeks of fall. It's still a needle in a haystack pursuit, but for the time being, Justin is 100% committed to the game. While everyone else in the field wraps up their weekend projects, Mike Reed and son Xander head out for one final sit. With 3 of Xander's siblings already finding success during Iowa's youth season, the clock is winding down, and the afternoon brings one last chance for Zandman to join the family celebration.
See how the bucks are scraping? Going down. Walking into the redneck on this 95-acre piece. Xander killed a buck here 2 years ago in late season. Got green beans here. There's a late plant. We're slipping in a little bit late. There's about 2 hours to go. 90 degrees. Last day of youth season. Hopefully we can pull it off. Xander's the last one with a tag. What is Sunday, October 5th? Another high 80-degree day. So we waited here until the last couple hours to come slip out to this bean field. This is the 95-acre farm. And Xander actually killed a buck here 2 years ago during late season. His first deer. Tate had good luck on Tony last night on the River Bottom Farm right at last light. So we're super fortunate and blessed to be able to get that buck down considering the conditions. And then Bella and Bryn, last weekend. The temperature is dropping nicely. We have a kind of brisk south-southwest wind. And I actually did a commercial wheat crop here this year. So I planted wheat, we combined it in June, and then we did some late plant beans July 4th. So we double cropped it, and they're still green. They're just starting to turn yellow. And so I figured it'd be worth a shot coming out here. What do you think, buddy?
Flies on my face.
Too many flies, huh? Are you ready to get a buck?
Yes.
Or a doe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
want
we'll...
to get both.
Yeah, or maybe if we're lucky. We're all super excited for tomorrow's cold front, getting the bow in hand, getting out there. A lot of excitement building for that, but we're gonna see if we can't finish off youth season strong. Got Aiden with us, and Xander's a dead eye, so I know if we have one come out, we'll be good to go. What are you gonna do there? He's quartering away.
Go up this one.
Yeah.
And then touch right there.
Yeah, so find the elbow and then go just right above the elbow. See where that dark spot is?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. You're trying to our see the second one coming up. Yeah. Don't quite have enough power. Where'd you have fun, buddy?
I like that we tried to shoot a deer.
Yep, we did try, huh? Ended up being a pretty good hunt. I think we saw around 12, 7 bucks and 5 does all in the last 20 minutes. And it's interesting, the bucks were acting like summertime. I mean, the whole bachelor group came out all at once, like 7 of them, 2 mature ones, one really good looking. It's a 10 with split brows that's been on the farm since I bought it. It's our 4th year of history with them. Another 9, tall 9, a couple younger ones. So some good bucks came out. They just got into that little area of the beans and they were happy there, just sitting there eating beans. So never got close enough.
There's one doe like off to the corn, about 200, like, I don't know what it's called. But it was like all the way right there. And I was like, can you shoot it? It was like a 64. I'm like, bruh. Because it was like right to the corner. It was the only one, like so close.
Did you ever see her?
Yeah, I saw her.
Yeah. We never did get a shot at any of them. We ran out of time.
Yep.
We'll wait for December. Thanks for coming.
With a full heart, Mike leaves behind the Iowa youth season, turning his attention to his own. With a clear sight picture on the goals ahead, Apollo, the big frame 10, Joey B, the deep split G2 buck, and Lane, the 6x5 with sweeping beams, rise to the top as opponents on the other side of the chessboard. But Mike isn't the only one entering October with unfinished business. For Justin Redeker, the focus has remained on one buck in particular, the lost tine buck, a deer that had seemingly vanished, leaving Justin searching for any sign that he was still somewhere on the landscape. Then, in the final waning seconds of October 5th, that search finally produced an answer. On a simple gravel road ride with his wife, Justin laid eyes on the lost tine buck for the first time ever. A fleeting glimpse, but enough to bring a ghost back to life. And with the season ahead suddenly coming into focus for both hunters, the final glimmer of daylight on October 5th officially turns the page in this story.
Dry wash. Man, we've got a bunch of triggers going. What is this, October 6th, I think? You know, we've been talking about this cold front coming. It's been raining all morning, so it's gonna rain some more this evening. We've got to go to where there's a blind. So that only leaves us one option, that's death row. If you only got one option, that's a pretty good one. But, you know, weather's dang nice, 61 degrees. We've got that north wind like they forecast.
All right, well, October 6th, first hunt of the season, and to say we have some anticipation, that would be a bit of an understatement. This cold front is rolling through. It's 59 degrees right now. We've got a temporary break in the rain, but right to our southwest, we have another system coming through. It's gonna carry some heavy rains with it, and we are headed to the gridiron. We're going to be hunting over the West Scrape where the Big 9 walked last night around midnight, and then we've also got the Wide 10, Big Browed 8-pointer, and just showed up was this Crab Claw 10 or 11. I can't tell you exactly how many points he has, but I believe that's another buck from last season. So we got plenty of deer we would love to see.
Genesis is who we're going after. He's been a little sporadic up until this last week. And then this last week, he's been on camera maybe 5 times, just almost every day. I get maybe one picture of him a day, something like that. So I feel like we could be in the game. Now, if it wasn't for this weather front, I wouldn't even take a shot at him. He's been that nocturnal, but we've got our one chance, and I'm going to hunt him one time this week, and this is it right here. And we'll see what happens with the rain. I mean, we might get rained out, and we'll have to just, you know, make a judgment call. If a shot opportunity presents itself and it's raining hard, we might have to pass on the shot, but we'll be down there in a minute.
Our hope is pretty simple. This cold front mixed in with the hard rains, we're hoping bucks are gonna be up on their feet a little earlier, bedded closer, and wanting to freshen up this scrape. But minimum, we're gonna learn something. It's our first hunt ever on the gridiron, minus the youth hunt we had 8 days ago with Luke and Casey. Congrats to them again, they're awesome. And we have some high anticipation for tonight's sit. Good luck to Mike. I know he's going in after Apollo. Owen's going in tonight. Paul and I are gonna have fun. These are the days you live for as a bow hunter. Chasing November. I would love not to have to say that. Let's hope we fill an October tag.
I was telling my brother yesterday, I was feeling all the excitement of like opening day. I was getting all the anxiety like you were a kid again. All the memories are coming back. Yeah, our first buck sighting right there. Just a little guy. They ought to move pretty good.
As you can tell, the rain's just starting to spit. So hopefully the intensity picks up as we walk through these trees. And it should be a good hunt. So I'm very excited to see what all occurs here. Here, let's walk just down and in. I'm gonna look at this tree right here.
Oh my word, it feels awesome to be out. I was just sitting there listening to some music last night, doing a little shooting. Everything started to hit me, you know. Opening day stuff. When you were a kid, you remember the anxiety, you couldn't sleep and all that. It all started coming back. All the childhood memories. I can remember going down to, there was a taxidermist right down the road, and we were down there all the time with my dad because, you know, he's a big coon hunter, and the guy was a fur buyer too. And so we just basically lived down there. We were either hunting or fishing or trapping. And just brings me back on, you know, to all those days and those memories. And it's pretty wild to think back how fast I've gotten to this age, but still get pretty fired up about it. So I guess we're doing something right. We are live, guys. October 6th here. We're in early. It's like maybe 3 o'clock. Shooting light ends at 7:17, so we got plenty of time to sit in here. It's rained all morning, and we got about an inch of rain, so we've got a lot of triggers working together. The reason we're in a blind, we've got a tree stand right here we can hunt, but we had to go to a blind because they're forecasting more rain this evening. You know, might really pick up about 7, so we'll have to watch that and see if a shot presents itself. If we actually want to take it, you know, depending on how hard it's raining, but I'd rather be out here and have that option versus not hunting at all, so love having these rednecks in some of these spots. Now, something interesting we noticed coming in, all the cattle were bedded. A lot of times cattle and deer, the kind of whatever they're doing coincides. Cattle are up and moving, deer will be up and moving, so. But it has been raining all day until just now. It just stopped, so that may be why. I expect the deer to get up and move pretty good unless it's a downpour. We're down after the Genesis buck. You know, if it wasn't for the pictures I got this last week of him, they've all been at night, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even take a shot at him. This is the only shot I'm gonna take this week. And I feel like it sets up pretty good. We've got food everywhere. You guys know about death row down here. You've seen me hunting here before, the decoy buck, you know, the crabs buck and the walnut. We've seen a lot of them down here. But we'll set in here, we got what, 4 hours? I feel like it's not a high odds to see him, but I feel like you could flip a coin, maybe 50-50, we might see him. Let's go.
Overlooking death row, Owen's optimism, fueled by memories of the past, begins to surge. With a buck to hunt and a hard-earned plan finally in place, the duo tucks in, waiting on the rain and the first signs of deer movement. Back to the north, Paul and I are beginning to feel the pain of a season started without enough preparation.
Oh boy, you see that fawn? Here, slip in here.
With deer already on their feet, the plan to hang and hunt close to the active scrape falls apart for the time being. Admittedly frustrated, I decide to pivot and instead head to the same redneck blind where Luke tagged his buck the week before.
Well, that's not the expected event, but here we are. Tried getting in one of those. I think they're either hackberries or something, but regardless, there's not a single straight tree. Couldn't get in there. Trimming was super loud. Cut myself. It led us to this. I mean, it's either leave or get in this redneck and just try to learn something. It's not a great wind for it. It's northeast, which hopefully, because it's slow, it'll just suck down into this little cove. But I feel like our chances of killing a buck just dramatically fell. But that's part of it, and at least we're in the woods. So you just never know what could happen. Let's go ahead and get in this sucker. The rain never hit, did it?
At the same time that Owen and I are set up in our respective redneck blinds, back to the east, Mike Reed is making a mad dash after work to hunt Apollo.
What is it, October 6th? It's about 5 o'clock. We're running a little bit late. 2 hours to go. We're almost to the farm. We're getting down to Mount Olympus. Drove down to the cabin. It's about an hour from where I work. And shot a few arrows, and we're racing out to see if we can't get in the blind. We're not gonna be able to get in one of the tree stands since we're running late, but we're gonna try to go get in that L plot where Apollo's been showing up.
3 years ago to the day, we were pushing it a little bit too, getting to the central timber.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that day.
Killed Poseidon first bow sit of the day, and the same sort of thing. You ready? Dude, that's awesome. Pretty awesome way to kick off the 2022 season. I mean, what a buck.
I didn't have a camera.
You didn't have a
or
camera
base plate, so we didn't use the camera arm.
We like got in the tree, we were like completely discombobulated, and same sort of thing, cool front. And what's interesting is Apollo daylighted October 6th last year on the little bow plot. I don't think we can get into that plot, but these last few days he's been very active up in the L plot. And what's different about this year compared to last year is it's not just brassicas. We got beans there. It's like a 3-acre bean field plus brassicas. He's been going there every night. I mean, we've had him on camera either, you know, somewhere between 8 and 10 p.m. or first thing in the morning, heading back to bed, he'll swing through there at like 5 a.m. So anyway, we're about to pull up to the gate. We're gonna get in there and we'll see you guys in the blind. Let's go.
What do you think, Ryan? I think we're killing tonight.
feel lucky that we made it in. It is 5:40. We've been set up maybe 10 minutes or so, so we got a little under 2 hours to go. And hoping for some good early movement tonight. So hopefully in the next 30 minutes we'll see him start moving. But excited. I mean, as I mentioned, Apollo's kind of flirted with daylight here. He's actually been daylight active a couple days at the end of September. So got everything he needs right here. We got beans, got some greens, and we're not too far away from where I think he primarily beds. We have really good access to get in here late. Just a mowed lane. We're on the edge of the property. We're hidden by all the natives, and even this field that we're sitting on kind of rolls down where the blind is. So if there's a deer in the plot, you can get up in here. Try to keep this train rolling. You know, 3 of the kids got deer down. A lot of the team is out tonight. We should have good hunting today, and I think tomorrow might be even better. So I'm excited. Looking forward to the last couple hours of the day. Oh, he's pretty. Yeah, he is pretty. Coming out. Oh, 2 coyotes. Oh, nice. That west line.
Bucks on their feet freshening up scrapes is a great sign. Now, it just needs to be Apollo. No doubt, though, coyotes popping up from the exact direction the guys anticipated the buck to appear from does no favors for confidence. Back on the gridiron, my wide view of the alfalfa field produces the first movement of the evening.
Well, we're down to our last hour, and so far, since we've been set up, we saw a fawn briefly right here in the corner. But outside of that, not much to speak of, and the heavy rain never did hit, so hopefully these deer will still get up on their feet. We're a little limited of what we can see as far as that scrape over there, but we gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out how to hunt this place in the north wind, so I don't know if that means we gotta come in here in the truck and chainsaw out something, but we definitely need to find a way to get over there because that's where a lot of the deer activity is. Alright, well, we're looking at a pretty nice buck right now. Yep, there you go, in front of, there's that big 8. Oh my goodness, look at him. See him? Told you he had a big body. Holy crap. saw a mature buck. And it's the big 8 from summer. I was rolling with the big 6-pointer we killed. Nice deer.
This rain is just now moving out. It's gonna clear out a little bit, so I bet you they move pretty good. They usually do after a rain like that. All the triggers are working. I don't know if we're in the right spot, but I do believe they'll move decent. We've just seen the one doe so far, but still 2 hours to set in, so I don't know. I'm still optimistic. We'll see. Doe number 2. Come get you some greens, honey. Well, the first set's been kind of uneventful. I think we've seen, 3 adult does and a fawn. We had the little buck when we walked in, but it's been kind of slow, really. But I don't know, sometimes just the way it goes, these early season hunts, they can be feast or famine, you know. You might see your target buck, you might not see anything, but gosh, I bet you a mature buck daylighted somewhere. It just feels like they should move. It's nice and cool, but maybe we're just not in the right spot. We've got about 15-20 minutes left. If something shows up, we'll bring it to you. And if not, we'll see you guys back here again tomorrow. We'll be out all day. Well, not all day, but we're gonna hunt morning and evening, so we'll see you boys then.
It's him. It is him. Jesus.
Oh my goodness. That is definitely him. There's a stallion on the grounds, boys. Stallion.
Alright, he's coming. Making his way.
No. Wrong direction. Oh yeah. Look at the gray face on him. Yeah. You've got to be kidding me. Run this way, Doe. Yes. There he goes again. Yeah. You're kidding me. I don't know, man. I really have no idea. You know, and in the blind, I mean, it's pretty dang dark. I know I hit him. I could hear it hit. We're well before legal shooting. It's only 7:05. So we got all kinds of time. It's just cloudy. We lost light fast, but I heard it hit. Yeah. Where we hit, I have no idea. That's why I don't seem super excited. It was at that point of darkness where you're gonna take the shot, you let him go, you know. And I felt like I was right where I needed to be, so we'll find out. Oh my gosh, that is a horse. Dude, like, it's what you call a stallion right there. Man, when I first looked at him standing out there, I thought that was a crab's buck reincarnated. Oh, he's a big boy. That is not a small buck. I don't know if we got him, but gosh, I sure hope we did. I hope I didn't booger him up. Whoa.
I'm over here doing stinky leg.
Me too. You would have to think he probably ran straight down that tree line.
Yeah.
Well, it's still 12 minutes before legal shooting time to quit there, but I couldn't see that arrow hit. Couldn't even see it fly, so we're gonna go back and watch it on the big screen. Hopefully we can get an idea where that hit. If not, we'll come back and take up the trail and see if we can make a deciding factor on what the blood trail looks like, you know? So, oh man, yeah. I'm shook up, boys. Whew.
Exactly what we all hoped for. The weather front gift produced the triggers needed for great deer movement across the state. Paul and I saw a mature buck. Mike and Rye enjoyed the sort of whitetail show that fuels all of the off-season dedication. And Owen Reigler released an arrow on one of the most elusive bucks he's ever hunted. And as he returns home to determine what steps come next, the Cuddyback report reveals another first-time occurrence. Frazier, the tall frame 10, daylighted in the other spot Owen considered hunting this evening. Both ghosts, reading the script on the plan crafted especially for them. And now, with another big round of rain inbound for Death Row, Owen decides to return cautiously. With little to tell from the video at this point, his intention is to go old school, determining the shade of blood, frequency between it, and any other details that may help him determine where the arrow met its mark. With a mix of some darker reds and good amounts of vibrant bubbles, this is a perfect example of letting distance traveled tell you what to do. It's easy to push when blood looks good, especially when accompanied by the traditional bubbles of a lung shot. But there comes a point when the distance covered eliminates false hope, and Owen backs out treating it as a liver and single lung hit.
Well, we got a little more information for you guys. Last night we pulled this up on the screen, we watched the footage, and when Devin switched windows, we lost a lot of camera light when he went from kind of a sky background to a dark spot there where the deer was standing. So we couldn't see where that arrow hit, and so I made the decision with rain coming overnight just to go in and track and kind of verify what we were seeing and figure out what we wanted to do from there. So we took the track a little over 200 yards last night. It was basically just through a field, mowed path and a field, and then we got to some cover. And I elected just to stop when he'd gone that far. I knew it wasn't double long. So I elected just to stop right there, mark that spot, and we'll call for a dog this morning. We got a dog coming to track him. But the interesting thing is I sent this over to Josh, and then in the editing studio, he could do a whole lot more with it. And he could see that arrow, and it looks like it's back, maybe gut, liver area. So a little surprised by that. You guys know how I pride myself in making a good shot. And if I had it to do over, I would just have let down in that situation. It just got to waning light, and I've said this before, if you go back to the Loch Ness hunt, anytime I've ever made a bad shot, it's usually in a low light situation just like that. I'm in a blind, you've got a peep sight, so you know I'm really struggling to pick a spot on the deer. That was the difficulty there. You know, you're aiming kind of at a silhouette, you can't pick out the shoulder, and of course I haven't seen this deer in 4 seasons of hunting. I've never seen him on the hoof in a hunting situation. We've seen him this summer, and so of course I'm trying to get him killed when I've got my opportunity. We've got him in there right in the wheelhouse, and hindsight, try and learn from it, even though I've known that. But I feel like it's a dead deer now that Josh pulled that up. He was able to see where that arrow hit. It's in the cavity, and it's rained all night. There's no blood. We have a dog coming. Should be here in about an hour. So hopefully he turns up. We find him, and I hope the coyotes didn't get him. Really, that's one thing I hope right now. We can salvage the meat, and the coyotes didn't clean them. I hate to find them that way, but well, cross your fingers we find them at least. We'll be out there in just a few minutes.
All right, well, here it is, October 7th, it's 11:30. Got a dog tracker in front of us, more behind Owen. And I got high hopes for the opportunity to recover this Genesis buck. I mean, Owen, you know, we've been on the phone back and forth all night through this morning, and he's beating himself up, and I can understand that. But, you know, obviously, as all deer hunters want to, you know, you want to make a good, quick, clean kill. Owen puts in every opportunity, takes advantage of all the practice, and you know, it's just proof that you can try everything in your power and things still go wrong in deer hunting, but at the end of the day, all you can do is make as good of a decision after the shot, and I think that's what Owen has done here. So luckily in Iowa now, can utilize the dog tracking service, and even though that rain washed away the blood last night, from my understanding and just talking with, you know, trackers, rain's a pretty good thing for scent, and luckily they're not tracking blood.
Hey, you! Well, here we are, Devin, with the old puppies, doing everything we can to recover the animal. It's what we owe the animal. We've got to do it. And I was talking with Jeff a little while ago. Jeff, would you mind explaining to the viewers how these dogs' scent trail has nothing to do with blood, you were telling me? And
Sir.
That'd be awesome. I was surprised. I learned something. I didn't know anything about it.
Yes, sir. So these dogs are Catahoula curs, and most tracking dogs are not trained with blood. Contrary to popular belief, you know, they say blood tracking dogs, so people think, oh, they're trained on blood. They got to have blood to track a deer. Well, that's not the case. These dogs are trained on a pheromone that comes from the interdigital gland of the hooves. So when a deer is injured, it's putting off a what we just call an injured pheromone, and as the dog progresses through that track, if the deer is just injured and not mortally wounded, then that scent will lessen coming from that interdigital gland as the track progresses. Then the dog loses interest. And usually these dogs will stop and turn around and look at me. I usually give them 3 times or so to do that, and then, you know, I'll say, hey, I think this deer's not mortally wounded.
Gotcha.
And usually 90% of the time those deer will show back up on camera, or the hunter will see them again.
Okay.
For the ones that are mortally wounded, that mortally wounded or that declining help pheromone, as the deer gets closer to death, that scent becomes stronger as the track progresses, therefore keeping the dog's interest until the dog finds the prize, their prize, or the deer at the end of the track. So
very interesting.
Yeah, blood means nothing to these dogs. In most, blood is just a visual indicator for me as the tracker, you as the hunter, to know, hey, the deer did go this way. So, you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, if it's about to rain, I need to get a dog out there right away. That's not the case. The pheromone that comes from that interdigital gland is actually enhanced by when we get water on the ground or moisture on the ground. It actually enhances that scent and kind of helps hold that scent in one spot versus just spreading it out all over the ground when there's no moisture on the ground. So blood can be washed away by rain, but it doesn't wash that scent out that the deer is laying down, that the dog is trained to follow.
Glad to hear that, because it did rain most of the night.
Yeah,
so chances of finding blood are slim.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. When the rain came yesterday, we were all excited about it because it's totally changing the tracking conditions here in southern Iowa and northern Missouri, because it's been tough with the dry conditions.
Well, I appreciate that. And if you're ready, we're ready whenever you are.
Yes, sir. Let me load up some water and make sure her collar's working, and we'll be ready to roll.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right. If y'all see some blood or something like that, you can point it out to me. I'll mark it on my. I use Onyx to on my track to mark blood and, and keep up with the track. My GPS collar is only to recall her if she's happened to pull the lead out of my hand.
Okay.
This is a backup insurance policy.
Does she know she's going on a track?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Getting ready for battle. So she's taking it.
Dog is not messing around. Oh my gosh. We couldn't even keep up. Yeah! Didn't go another 50. Yeah, buddy. Paul. We just left it right there on that edge.
Another 90.
Holy smokes. Didn't go far. Thank you, man. Holy smokes. And of course, you know, it's just gonna grid search right here after that rain. Doesn't look too bad. Pretty good. That was nuts. Just took off running for the thing. Yep, sure enough. Coyotes didn't get him. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh. This is the one we've been calling Tiny all this time. Whew. A lot of history with that one right there. And I would say he's every bit as big as he was last year, if not a little better. Just a beautiful buck. Heavy, heavy. And he put on a nice little show there last night, come in there bumping does around. You know, of course, I'm unhappy with the shot as much time as I put into shooting. Always want to make a great shot, but you know, sometimes it happens, I guess. So did what we needed to do to recover the deer, and here we are. Thank you guys. Thank Jeff for bringing the dog. Awesome.
No, thank you.
Still got some velvet on the back here. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. Just hanging there like that. Can you believe in 4 years of hunting? I mean, I haven't hunted him exclusively, but in 4 years I never saw him on the hoof during hunting. Beautiful buck. They don't get a lot better than that. That's pretty wild. Thank you, Jeff.
Man, absolutely. Thank you all.
That was crazy to just see what your dog did, though. Straight beeline to it, and like, we couldn't even keep up. And we'd have been hunting around in there for blood who knows how long. Let's get a tag on him, see if we can't get him loaded up. That's pretty awesome. I don't really know what it's like to drag a 600-pound deer, but I'm about to find out.
Wow, that was hard. Dang
We
it.
quit a ways. All she wrote. You believe that first hunt?
Yeah, I do believe with you.
I mean, we talk about it. I just wait till the time's right. I don't go hunt them until I feel like it's right.
Yesterday was good. Today's gonna be even better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, awesome first sit. Really, really cool to see that activity and excited for the coming weeks for sure. I think I should be done about an hour earlier than I was today, so we're gonna try to slip down into that bow plot and just get a little tighter to the bedding.
All right, well, it's gonna wrap up day one, October 6th, and all things considered, pretty good night. I think tomorrow, gonna have high pressure north winds again, and I think that it's gonna be active, so.
This is the one we've been calling Tiny all this time. Thank you guys, thank Jeff for bringing the dog. Can you believe in 4 years I never saw him on the hoof? Can you believe that first hunt?
Yeah, I do believe with you.
Believe it? Of course I can. It's no surprise that on his first hunt of the season, Owen Reigler once again made his opportunity count, taking full advantage of the gift October had given him. Over the years, the question of when the best window to hunt is has evolved in a lot of different ways. Depending on the scenario a hunter finds themselves in, the answer will undoubtedly vary. But there's no arguing that the infamous whitetail rut remains the great equalizer for deer hunters across the country. Have a piece of habitat that a doe calls home, and during the right stretch of the chase, you've at least got a chance. But in recent years, for some hunters, the 10th month has begun to challenge November for the title of prime time in the woods. At the heart of that argument is one thing: predictability. Patterns reminiscent of summer, built around quality cover tucked close to water and the preferred food source of the moment, can be the perfect recipe for a notch tag. All in our own way, the Midwest Whitetail team is doing its best to navigate the give and take that accompanies the excitement of opening week. When cold fronts present themselves and temporarily shift everything in the whitetail kingdom, the risk versus reward equation becomes an easy one to solve. When the conditions say go, you go. Ask some, and they'll tell you the day following the arrival of that change can be even better. For those of us who didn't get the chance to release an arrow, that possibility is enough to drive the plans being laid for the next hunt. Every trip brings another opportunity to add to what is quickly becoming the story of the 2025 campaign. Like a good book, our intention is to take it page by page, knowing every turn brings us closer to an ending that is yet to be written. Thankfully, we're nowhere near the final chapter. Like the bucks we're hunting, we're just getting started. October has set the story in motion, and with each fading sunset, the woods grow a little louder, the anticipation a little stronger, and the road ahead a little shorter as we continue. Chasing November.